셧다운. OK저축은행 프리온 대 광동 프릭스.
The complexity of this one is a little bit tough. I think Morgan you could trust. I think Karas has been leaning on this Tristan a lot, been spamming games of it, so I'm not as worried about him, but I think the engage is going to have to be there to make sure Samver can get that damage down. The Alistar coming through here in response to the Rel is a classic soft counter to be able to just bop her away and shut down those engages. Extremely binary. Only played the hard pushing, not the scaling champions. Let's find out if Leaper can do the opposite.
Here we go. Game number 1 starts right now.
As what I'm most interested in Valdez in this early game is going to be how they leverage the rumble pressure topside. At level 1, a little bit tougher to actually start getting a huge lead, but as you start getting a few levels in, it's really difficult for the Skarner to actually close that gap. The Harpoon can just push the Skarner away. You burn down that health bar. You end up getting Prio there.
Against the Rel, against the Sejuani for your 280 carries. Both sides going for double 80 carry in this case, as Karas is getting in there pretty aggressively onto Bull. He's getting pretty low. And by Bull, I mean Bulldog, of course.
Got that dog
still struggling with that one. That'll never go away, I guess.
In 100 days of you not drinking, it'll be totally totally happy with how it all went down. As we are going to see the grab of this dragon here very early from Bro with the Prio they have in mid. Not really much Bulldog can do, as they are going to rotate Cuz over, but out ult.
Yeah, they're still trying to go for this, though, and turn here from Bro. It's very deep, and yes, they will take down Cuz first blood, but what will they pay for it is the question, as Leaper is flashing into them. For now, it's just going to be a 2-for-2, though, but it's a double kill for the Zeri. And it does feel like both teams have kind of given up on it for now, just going to let it go. The first set of grubs did go the way of Doiv as well, so he's picked up all of the first 3. As Doiv is going to be here once again, actually invading onto Cuz, who is up a level. But he does have the Tristana rotating over. Meanwhile, a fight down on the bottom side. Is Leaper going to throw that ultimate in? He's getting aggressive as Andil, and Leaper moving ahead, trying to get a kill down on the bottom side, and Paulu's in a lot of trouble. Will get chased down the lane by Leaper. Yeah, absolutely, and we do have that Collector finished first here for Samver. I feel like can be decent against some of the squishies, but you are going to be dealing with a decent amount of tanky members on the side of Quantum Freaks. He is going to build locality regardless, but we have seen many different first items from Jhin, so felt like it deserved mentioning, as we do have the Rift Herald started up here by Bro very confidently. Quantum Freaks not really in position to challenge this one due to without teleport and is heading bot, so.
And Cuz, you know, doesn't want to go in alone, needs some follow-ups. Andil's going to have to come over there and clear this vision. Paulo taking a lot of damage.
Oh, and look at this engage from Andil already on the top side here, and the root comes in. The equalizer is going to hit Leaper, but he flashes away perfectly. The damage coming on in. Karas is just going to assassinate them all alongside a Samver and somehow pull this one back for Bro. That was not looking good to start, but man, Karas and Samver able to turn on that one. Joined in, but that play was all created by Karas.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this is insane wherewithal, like within the fight, it's all going wrong, and you're just like, no, I'm gonna assassinate. This is also a fantastic early objective here for Bro.
Yeah, this Herald not even really needed. Well, give them an extra charge potentially towards that inner if they want to really force the issue. They have a Tristana here.
Do it, Karas.
I mean, Quantum need to respond because that's a lot of damage. Meanwhile,
yeah, they're trying to engage onto this one. The Maokai does some surprising damage, actually, early on in this game due to just top lane waiting to TP in. And
this game decided by, you know, some caught out players, right? You know, like this.
Speaking of which, here we go again. Bulldog trying to take a 1v1 while Cuz is just dying. He is quite tanky though, and now Andil is getting up to Karas here. The Tristana is going to live and finally gets taken out there by Leaper, who gets into position, and now over the wall they go as everybody's trying to go over the terrain, but dude is not going to land that impale. They're still on the chase here though, as Morgan is left out to dry, just left to cook, as the rest of his team will just run away. Meanwhile, Bulldog's just pushing top.
Yeah, he's pushing top. I mean, Cuz dies to the equalizer, but otherwise there wasn't really much that Bro could have done there. Samver doesn't even really make an impact in this fight. And this is rough stuff here as Leaper is ripping through this turret as well. Zeri could do a great job at that, and they could just go ahead and force it down. So 2 turrets on the play, as well as a win in the team fight. Shut down onto Karas.
Meanwhile, on the side of Quantum Freaks, they have this pretty fed Corki as well, as they, okay, that was very optimistic, and Doiv is just going to die for it. Leaper will pick up that kill, as here comes the Skarner, looking for the impale, just desperate for anyone at this point.
It's here for Quantum Freaks. Doiv looking for the opportunity there, but It's just a Valkyrie away from Bulldog.
He's just gonna kidnap him in the jungle, and Samber has to cleanse and flash to get away from Dudu, who just pressed his R button, just like that.
Yeah, the locket would have been great yesterday, but we digress. As Quantum Freaks are just going to start up this Baron, and Palu, again, trying to get in, but he's blocked. And look at Dudu's angle.
Oh, Dudu, he's found Samber, and he has nothing. He has no health, no summoners, nothing at all. And Doiv is going to go down. Karis, he had one miraculous play in this game, and I think it's going to stay at one. He has to hop away, and Dudu's just going to chase him around the map. And once again, Cuz and Leaper, they were already two-manning it. Okay, trying to back on a ward. That wasn't good. Morgan going to take that down, but Karis eventually, Dudu does find him in the jungle, and that will be Baron here for Quantum Freaks at 27 minutes.
It's going to be fine. They can do it quickly enough, as Morgan will be punished as well.
What's going on here? Go home, my guy. You got the one kill. You flashed for it. Yeah, Morgan's going to be caught out as well. Very unfortunate mistake there, just to add insult to injury. And they're looking strong as a team. Now, Dudu is in a bit of trouble here. He is going to try to go for the Impale on Akaris, and will get into the jungle. He is so quick with this one. Even flashes away and does get out, but now Cuz in a bit of trouble. This is a very prevalent fight. Andil decides, you know what? Let me donate myself as well, as here comes Bulldog and Leaper finally, and Andil will live until the very end. It's perfectly calculated, and it's a quadra for Leaper. Can he pick up the Penta? It's looking extremely likely. The flash away from Samber. Dudu is blocking him with his body, and that will be the Penta for Leaper in his second day playing at the LCK.
2 pentakills, both on Zeri here in the opening week of LCK Summer 2024, and that's the Penta to end the game. And Andil, his play, good up. Look at the Warmog's value. He's already back. Full health Valdez. Guangdong Freaks gonna take it in a scrappy one.
It was going to take over the game, and guess what? It did. It really did. The Skarner also having some shiny Skarner moments, as we would expect.
It's just going to be the Leona. The Leona, I feel, is so one-dimensional on how it's going to function in this draft, and into Tahm Kench, it can be quite tricky. Now, Lilia going to come out here for Cuz. And we were talking a little bit about the Karthus. You know, it was the 3 picks, you know, you're considering are the Karthus, the Brand, and the Lilia in terms of what it's going to do for this draft and your damage profile.
Try to send it, you know, send especially the Leona, your 280 carries into that back line, and access Leaper and maybe get him off of the Rift. We'll see how it goes here for game number 2.
And this laning phase, obviously the Leona, once she hits level 2, can do a lot of work. She can hit the Zenith Blade. Kaisa damage is, you have to respect it. You know, it is going to stack up with that passive onto even the Tahm Kench is going to really struggle and will eat a ton of it. Devours the CC'd person and walks away, so can be kind of struggling later. As here's that Zenith Blade, level 2.
Oh, Andil, he's getting caught by this. He should have known, I think, that the wave clear of the Kaisa especially, he might just know this is happening. As you see, Leaper going to give away that there is a ward, but still not going to challenge onto this Drake, so an early one going the way of Bro.
Yeah, Cuz going to try to take Wolves away as a result here. As meanwhile,
nice trade here from Bulldog, actually.
Has the wave, and so his Gatling gun is going to start shredding that armor as well. Someone
what? Knocked into the wall, and we see the Rumble is just not having a good time here, although now trying to turn this one around, and Quantum Freaks will respect it. They just get out of dodge with everybody coming up the river. They do not get the kill onto Morgan.
See if any contesting come down. I just don't think Senna Kench can do anything here. Bulldog had teleport, but he's just going to let this one go. Yeah. And they decide to focus top side here. He's making good time.
Yeah, he definitely is. As now Morgan in a bit of trouble. This is a 2v2 though. They see Doiv and they just try to back away, but now Dudu in a bit of trouble. He is burning and he will flash just to get out of dodge.
So the longest game, or longest first blood so far was 10:55, so we passed it by
breaking records in 2024 summer week 1.
That's hype. It's hype.
It's hype, yeah, okay. We're getting in on Cuz. He's in a lot of trouble. And look at this. Kaisa immediately comes in, but the Devour is huge from the side of Andil, as he will get Cuz to safety. TP also coming in, but the follow-up has to be here. Leaper's going to land this route, and Andil might be the one guy who's in trouble. But he's also on the run here, and everybody else has gotten out. So Andil will be the sacrifice. First blood at 13:39 finally does go over to Morgan.
But you know, he's not going to be there initially. He's going to have to TP on a flank. They had some ward set up. A lot of that vision cleared now. He's got this ward here.
Yeah, they're trying to go forward into this one as they are going to blow up the Tom Kenton. Now Dudu is kind of behind enemy lines, and he's just on the run. Everybody else is leaving him out to dry. Not much he could do by himself 1v5. And that is a couple of picks here for Bro. A Rift Herald in mid, and it should be soul points.
Yeah, I feel like Guangdong Freaks just kind of got caught with their pants down on this one. The call to just go Herald top there and set up this fight was a good one, because even if they timed out Dudu's teleport perfectly, they would have known.
Yeah. Just wait until we are ready and we are online.
I like this call to come up here and clear Baron vision and say, Guangdong, you can't just start this dragon for free. We won't allow it. We're going to pull you away from it. Palu.
He's in an awkward spot here. He has to go in, and that will be onto the Tom Kents once again. But look at the damage he has taken. Root goes down onto Ondil, but he is still alive, and Bulldog just going to pop the Leona after the Eclipse goes down. So now, advantage Quantum Freaks, but very low health bars on their side. So they say, okay, we took the kill, but we don't want to extend this fight any further. So they're going to take that one, and with the dragon available, Bro all moving up to the top side, maybe trying to threaten a Baron. Just trying to like fake threaten that they're going for it, and they're not actually. I mean, it's 22 minutes of the game. You have 3 people here.
They will get a turret, and...
Are they going to do it now? Okay, now they are.
They're grouped as 5 this time, though, so this absolutely works. If Guangdong Freaks can't get into position...
Well, they should know that this is happening, Quantum Freaks, and they will get into position. That was a weird little spinorama, but now, can he get into the pit? No, it's going to go to the Kaisa, of all people. Envy takes it down, but Doi will pay the price. And so the Baron is secured by Bro after all of that. The whole song and dance, but now Palu as well. It looks like he is going to bite the dust. Only 3 people will survive with the Baron buff. Question is it worth it at the end that they get the Baron and lose 2 people for it, so plus the Cloud Drift?
When they don't have Cryo.
Yeah. Also, I feel like Cuz's Lilia has been kind of okay. That equalizer is going to be much better than okay, as in goes Envy and will punish Cuz immediately, takes him down behind the turret. There are only 2 members of Quantum Freaks there when that even happened.
Tough call.
It's always Ondil. They always go for him too, though, and they are going to burst him down once again. Dudu gets in the backline, but he's being melted as well. And that's 2 kills already for Bro, as finally Cuz will go in there for the equalizer, and the Kaiser just melting the backline. And we almost had back-to-back pentas here, as Envy will be denied his. Might pick up the Quadra. No, it will go to Kares. And we might just have a 3rd game here as Bro. They find a huge team fight ace at 28 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the death timers are pretty long here, and they've got a lot of push. Might just be the end off of this one with a Tristana. And man, Bro, they knew their win cons in this game so incredibly well. The control vision was set up, the prio was set, and Guangdong Freaks' draft fell apart like a house of cards once they lost control of this game. Beautiful reads from Bro on the map, and this is a comp they looked way more comfortable playing than the last one. Decisions, they know how to play the map. They forced that mid turret down, they traded it for top, they pushed deep vision, they threatened that Baron knowing that Guangdong had to walk into them. It was a risky call.
They could also just try to get a top tier, well, I was going to say top tier AP jungler, but there are so many that are banned away already, so it is going to be Nidalee.
The other thing is, you know, if you do end up not picking the Leona here, they could have it for their potential engage. And Ondil, pretty good game on the Alistar in game 1, as we discussed quite significantly. Tristana wins those, you know, in the long-term fight. You will eventually die, so setup here is so key for Guangdong Freaks.
Well, game 3 starts right now. Yeah, Hex Flash, we'll see if Palu can utilize that in this case for potential engages onto Leaper. But as you mentioned, I think that Zeri Alistar, it's really difficult to punish in general. So you're going to have to find a really awesome angle, and not having Flash can make it. He's getting burned down, and Dudu's in a lot of trouble actually here. He is Skarner, so he will get away, but that's just kind of an instant way to lose lane pressure. He was trying to push in that last wave, and he does get punished a bit for that one. Cuz actually gets in and clears out that ward, which is going to feel pretty good. Gets some traps down, gets some nice control, so that Leaper and Ondil can stay safe.
A sticky situation. I don't think they'll be able to maintain that vision, as you can see. Envy will drop this control ward down, clear it up with Bulldog.
There once again, Karis putting on the pressure. He did take a big chunk, but Bulldog was low on mana. Here comes Bro, gonna start up this early Drake, as now Cuz, he's gonna get stunned down as Palu, he does flash away and actually will get out of this one somehow, some way. And now Palu in a bad spot. Kara's extremely low. Potential for a Zeri moment. I can smell it coming as both Palu and the spear is going to miss, and a big ult from the Tristana, but it doesn't matter. It's still first blood over to Bulldog here for Kwangdong Freak.
I feel like it's deja vu from game one.
Yeah.
Not going to commit.
I mean, this is kind of what you want out of your Nidalee, right? Because the fact that he doesn't die, it means he's still on the map. He's able to farm up an incredible amount. He gets the Drake. He gets a lot of camps away from Doiv. And now Doiv is like, well, I need to go to the top side of the map. And he might actually get onto Dudu here, but Dudu will flash away respectfully.
I have to say, I feel like that was doing Krugs, but...
And you can see the difference in the pressure from the junglers now.
Yeah.
And now... Nice little engage. As now in goes Leaper's level 6. He's looking for Palu. I don't know if he's going to get a kill here, as actually Envy thinking about turning this one around. He gets in, and he assassinates Leaper. Envy going to turn this entire trade around. And you see Andil, he's alone. He's got actually Cuz coming down now. As Cuz trying to put on that pressure, and Andil will actually just get this kill onto Palu and not give the assist over to Cuz after all of that. So Envy had to back away.
And is able to pick up the Hextech alternator as well, so those spears are going to hurt a little bit harder when they do connect. And Kwangdong Freaks take control of the game on that play bottom side there.
And he face checkers in chat. Well, there's one in this game, as Palu is going to get away for now, but the spear has to be eaten by Doiv as well. And immediately they say, okay, well, we don't have much control of the top river anymore.
And I mean, this game state is really strong for Kwangdong Freaks because Cuz has all of that money, because he has all of that farm. And yes, the Kaisa did get a kill early on, and we'll have some extra wave clear for mid.
Palu is still level 5.
He's crazy also, man. What? He's up here alone.
They want to turn this one, and they've got the Kaisa, but that's just not enough burst. I mean, they need a little bit more. If Karis was there, potentially they could have gotten the kill, but now this is turning into a decent fight for the side of Bro, but Andil able to throw up that Unbreakable Will and survive, and very much on a knife's edge there. You see the idea from Bro, but wasn't able to make it become a reality.
CC and the peel comes through from Andil again.
Palu
Luper has a Zeri moment.
Just sit next to the minions and bop, please. Bulldog, oh, he's in a lot of trouble. He's just dead. Just caught off guard. He's like, okay, they're probably doing the Drake, and I can push this one out. Nope. And especially not with Morgan there as well.
Yeah, they had a control ward in the bush above the river as well, and really start to see him come online. Could be a huge threat.
Trying to make something happen here on a Morgan. He's going to knock him into the wall. That's a free impale, and with Cuz here, Morgan in a lot of trouble. He does have flash, but just elects to take the death, and that will be the kill going over to Dudu. Nicely set up. This time they get Morgan. It's like everything.
Yeah.
It just looked like the pounce as well. Just also misses. Just unfortunate. This Rel in a bit of trouble, as Andil gets the advantage with that engage. Bit of damage is coming in, but that will be the Rift Herald going over to Bro. And now an Equalizer only hits Leaper and doesn't do much of anything else. Palu's going to go down, and Andil is frontlining as Dudu trying to get onto this Rumble. And that is 2 kills now for the Corki as Kwangdong Freaks. They do not get the Rift Herald.
But Palu wasn't in a great spot to storm, and so Morgan just drops it down to low value, and Envy's dead.
Envy, no! He does have a barrier, and he is trying to turn it onto Andil, but at the end of the day, it is just not enough. That is just a very unfortunate death for Envy, not expecting them to wrap around. Yeah. I mean, Bro is going to take this tier 1. Doesn't look like they're going to continue on the push, though. Rift Herald just going to die. The setups for fights and for picks that they had in game 2, they have to channel that a little bit better, as now we're just having Karis nearly die. That is the power of the Corki. Also, Palu ate a spear meanwhile, and he's getting chased down. And all of a sudden, I mean, Bro are trying to get position on the map. They're trying to get some vision, some value anywhere, but they're just being pushed away by intense amounts of damage.
You can't do it without me knowing, and Bulldog is going to solo the dragon.
I do feel like, Bro, it is a big part of their playbook, though, and it's almost like they are going back to that, as spears are landing now. I mean, we were saying they weren't, but now that he's got a couple items, he's hitting them somehow. Maybe that's helping on the accuracy for some reason. But that's the second Cloud Drake, and now Kwangdong Freaks are going to start up the Baron.
Yeah,
Vision will come down.
The Scuttle's gone. Yeah, I mean, he can get an ult off, but he won't last any longer than that.
All right, they want to try to go for the kill instead, as Flash on the Impale, and Envy nearly going to go down. That rocket might have gotten the job done, but the engage from Andil is big, going to push them back. Another Flash.
Yeah, Morgan can't get in there to drop an Equalizer.
Bro are going to stay.
Okay, well, he's going to try. He's got Flash.
I mean, the turn is still here. The turn is still here. The Equalizer does a pretty good amount of damage, but you don't have any health bars, my dudes. Doiv is going to go down. And Quantum Freaks, I mean, at least that does stop the Baron for now. No, they're going to start it up again.
I think they can because they know Equalizer is down now, and they still have vision control. The Nidalee traps are set on both sides.
Bro, we're going to stay again.
But they don't have any tools. This time they're going to get totally wrecked. TP from Corky as well. Bulldog's back to full.
The engage here. Andel's got his ult, and Palu goes in alone. Immediately just going to go down, and this is just half-hearted at this point. I mean, Envy couldn't even enter the fight. Like, yeah, he had his ult, but never an opportunity. And Leaper is just an assassin on this area at this point. Going to take down Morgan. Everybody else is too low, and they finally stopped the Baron attempt at the very, very least. But the turn coming in, TP now for the side of Kwangdong. Dudu is very tanky, and Doiv in a ton of trouble, just CC'd 100-0, no hope at going for the Crescent Guard. As 4 people up against the wall, and Andel, if he had Flashman, that would have been so big. It's still going to be big here. Double kill for Bulldog, looking for a Penta maybe. The Leaper, he just wants to go in. He just wants to win the game. He's going to be taken out, and it's a 3-kill, a Penta again! A second one in the series, this time for Bulldog. Yeah, that's going to feel good.
Watch it, watch it.
아, 없네. 뭐야? 뭐야 이거?
What is this? He says.
Yeah.
That's a pentakill, Bulldog.
He didn't even realize. He didn't even realize that he got a penta. He's like, wait, what?
And he even has the Scryers.
Oh, the damage is coming in, and Andel's going to get that engaged now. He is Alistair and will be fine. And now Skarner is going to line up the Impale, and they're just sending it into the bases there to so far ahead. But they have gone pretty far due to getting low. But another big engage comes in from the side of Andel. And it's not clean, but sometimes you got to get down and dirty to get the job done. As Morgan is desperate, he is alone. And soon he will be dead. As Flash comes in, triple for the side of Bulldog, and that will end the game. Kwangdong Freaks with a big win here in Game 3, and they will take the first Saturday showdown of summer 2024. And I think that's a good mindset to have, you know, even though if it was a little bit closer and he goes in ham like that and dies, it might turn the tides around.
2024 LCK 서머 첫 번째 세러데이 쇼다운.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Deer for the POG interview translation, joined by Leaper and Andel on the side of Kwangdong Freaks, who just took down Bro with a 2-1 score. Even in the last match, you guys, the bot duo got the POG, and now, yet again, they got another POG, so congratulations! Leaper, a consecutive victory right away after your debut, and POG for both matches, and on top of that, pentakill.
사실 첫
How do you feel?
경기는 기분이 굉장히 좋았는데
To be honest, for game 1, I was really happy, but
사실 세
I
경기
felt
다
like
합치면 그렇게 막 만족스러운 경기
I felt a little bummed out for the games 2 and 3, so overall I wouldn't say that I'm very satisfied about today's match. And Angel, with today's victory, you got a proper payback for last spring. So how do you feel?
졌었는데 이렇게 또
Yeah, we were on a consecutive loss against Brian.
되게 좋습니다.
And being able to break that wall down makes me very happy. And in game 1, the 3 kills you got early really showed how much control you had over bot, and as profession you are at Jhin, you seem to have a pretty good understanding of Jhin versus Seri matchup. So what was your vision in the early laning phase?
안 했는데
Did we leash in the first game? No, we didn't. We did not leash.
라인전을 이제 초반에는 어쩔 수 없이 진이
And so-
이제 우세를 가져갈 수밖에 없어서
Jhin actually has
그래가지고
prio
이제 초반엔 좀 반반 가다가
in the early laning phase, so
한타 때
it was
제가 한타에 좀
50-50,
자신이 많은 편이라
a handshake in
그냥 같이 크면 내가
the beginning,
이기겠다라는
but
마인드로
because
라인을
I am so confident in the team fights, in terms of team fighting, I believe that I told my teammates that, hey, we will win as long as we fight. And Endo, as a support, is there a tip for how you gain control in the early game? No, not exactly. No secret or no tip. I just did what I needed to do. And Leaper, of course, we have to look at the Zeri pentakill. Just 3 days since debut, and you got a pentakill.
많이 유리한 상태여서 그
So we were already at an upper hand over here,
피가 갈려가지고 집 가고 있는 상태였는데
and Skarner was
그냥 여기
basing
사실
after getting so
제가
choked
때리기
out.
전부터 뭔가 펜타각이 보였어가지고
And even before
그냥 시원하게
I started
하면서
auto attacking, I actually knew that there was a
사실
good
만장일치
opening for a
POG까지
pentakill.
받았습니다. 첫 기록도 너무 축하드립니다.
아 감사합니다.
Of course, you got an unanimous POG. Congratulations on your first achievement.
사실 이거 못 먹는 줄
So
알았는데
right here, yeah, I thought I wouldn't get this last kill, but
네, 이렇게
Please give it up for
박스까지
Leaper.
나오고 있는 현장인데요. 2세트부터는 상대가 바텀을 교체하면서
and in
MB
game
선수와의
2, the
대결이
opponent
성사가
swapped
됐습니다.
their bot
두 분이
laner
친분이 좀 있으신 것
and
같던데
you
대결해 보니까 어떠셨나요?
faced Envy, who is a pretty familiar face for you. How was it playing against him?
하기 전에 약간
Yeah, Envy
얘기도
before the
좀 나누고
match,
그랬는데 사실 MB 선수도
we actually talked a
굉장히
little bit.
잘하고
But
사실
to be honest,
LCK
MB is a great player.
전부 다 잘하는 선수들인 것 같아서
And
사실
in the
누가
LCK,
나오더라도
okay, there are
저는
so
이제
many
제할
good
것만
bot
하자는
laners. So
마인드로
no matter
하게
who
되는데 이제
I get to face, I told myself that I just have to do well no matter what.
아 정말요? 근데 사전 인터뷰에서 MB 선수가 리퍼 선수에게
And being able
이번
to
기회에
not being able to win
승리를
against
내주겠다.
Envy was just
이렇게
such a
해서
bummer. And yeah, in the
네,
pregame interview, Envy
그래서
mentioned that he
저도
would teach you a
한마디를
lesson.
하긴
Did you see?
했는데,
Yeah,
오늘은
I did watch that, and I
제가
said
진
something in
것
reply
같긴 해요.
too.
근데 팀이
But
좀
to be
잘한 것
honest,
같습니다.
I'll admit that I
팀이
did
잘해서
lose
이런
against him,
경솔한
but
모습까지
my
보여주셨지만
teammates
그래도
did
POG로
so
나와
well
있는 건 리퍼
on my behalf.
선수입니다. 마이크 잡은 김에 한마디 해주시죠.
명준아
But you won in the end, so would you like to say
영준아.
anything to him? Envy,
다음에는
next time,
진짜 제대로 밟아줄게.
와!
I will stomp you properly.
이런 이야기를 해주셨습니다. 좋습니다. 그렇다면 안딜 선수 2세트 패배 후 3세트
And
레드
Andel,
시장을
after the game 2 defeat, you guys picked red side for game 3, so what was the strategy here? It felt like the team was prioritizing Skarner.
저희 팀은 이제 저희 팀 탑은 그냥 뭘 해도 잘해서
As for our top
신경을
in our
별로 안
team,
쓰고,
he actually
이제
does really
좀
well with
서로
any champion, so we don't
자신
really
있는
worry
구도로
about that.
해가지고 좀
We just
제리카이사
went
같은
for-
정석 구도가 나온 것 같아요.
아 그랬군요. 그렇다면 안딜 선수
We just went for something that we're confident of, the matchup that we were confident in. That's why we ended up with a Seri Kaisa matchup.
고민하는 모습이 보였어요. 어떻게 나온 픽인지
And so
궁금합니다.
in Andel's Alistar We Trust, we saw you wavering your pick, so how did you end up locking him in?
그냥 좀 뭐 있나 보고 있었어요.
Yeah, we were actually pretty sure on certain with the pick, but
사실 교전 때마다
you know, I just took my time. I was stalling a little bit.
할 때마다 좋은 모습이 나오는 것 같아요.
And the way you fearlessly engaged was quite impressive.
아쉬운 것도 많았지만 일단 저희가 좀
Yeah, there were
또
some
저희 주장님
places
또
where
호스트
it left a
좀
lot to be
사실
desired,
교전
but
같은 걸 할 때 자신감을 좀 많이 불어줘가지고 제가 좀 더 자신 있게 할수
Kaz,
있었던 것 같습니다.
our team captain, he's actually the one who actually gives us a lot of confidence, and with his leadership, we were able to pull off such a good result today.
막으면 되는데 이런 취업풀까지 보였는데요. 감독님도 출사표에서 작년부터 OK저축은행을 이기지
So even your head coach also mentioned how your team never defeated OK Savings Bank Korean last season. So and that the new player will give the team the energy to break down the wall, and it looks like he has high expectation of you. So do you think you met his expectations?
두 명인 느낌이거든요. 저도 이제
I feel like for me, a head coach, I have two head coaches.
감독님도 저를 많이 챙겨 주셔가지고 사실 멘탈적으로
CV Max is also one of them,
멘탈이
but
나갈만한 상황에서도 둘이서 잘 저를 다독여줘가지고 사실 제가 여기서 나이가
I
많은
feel like
편인데
even in moments
지금은
where
약간
I
막내 취급을
would
받는 것
mental boom,
같아가지고
I feel like there are
약간
so many resources
건드리려면
around
약간
me that
자신감이 있어야
keep
되는
my
것
mental
같은데
fortitude
그래서 그런 부분에서 많이
on
도움이 되는 것
ground.
같아요.
So
게임도 많이 배우고.
I think the biggest issue that I have with is the confidence. So I think we have enough support around me that actually keeps my confidence
사랑해.
standing as well. Would you like to say anything to him then?
사랑한다고 이렇게
I love you.
말씀하셨습니다. 이렇게 해서 한 경기에서 펜타키를 2번이나 하는 기록을 세우면서 단독 1위에 오른 광동 프릭스입니다.
the
다음 대결 상대는
Two
몽시인데요.
pentacles in
3연승을
one
향한
match.
각오 한
Kwangdong
말씀씩
Freaks has the sole
부탁드리겠습니다.
position of rank 1 in the standings.
오늘
And with your
펜타키를
next opponent
하긴
being
했지만
Nongshim, what are
약간
your goals?
아니 원딜은 약간 부족한 부분이 좀 보였던 것 같아서 그런 거 잘
I feel like we showed our moments where we were lacking in the bot lane. I'll make sure that in the next upcoming match we are more reinforced and steadier.
원딜 못하든 서폿이 못하든 이제 바텀은 하나기 때문에 바텀이 좀
And Andal.
아쉬웠던 것 같아가지고
Whether the bot lane or the ADC doesn't do well, or the support doesn't do well, it's really both of our responsibilities. So I'll make sure that we are better, that we make sure that we win in the next upcoming match. And that's the end of the interview with Libra and Andal of Kwangdong Freaks, and back to the space.